Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, we found out what that button did, and considering the Dexter's Lab reference that I made, the result was appropriate. But we still have some investigating to do within Stefan Vortex's secret room, so I have reloaded my save. Let's see what I missed. Alright, let's examine the jars, because what are we looking at? Tiny, partially developed clones of Stefan Vortex. Oh wow, this one is basically just an adult-sized hand. I'm keeping this. Wait, what? Ugh! Why is that a thing? Alright, near maximum investigative skills. Let's see how many attempts this takes. It looks like this is data from some sort of research. First try. This looks like time travel. Is Stefan Vortex building a time machine? Yep, it'll be working in a year. Otherwise, not useful information. Worth coming in here for the jars, though. I think. There's nothing else interesting here. Unless I want a tiny, deformed clone of Stefan Vortex, that is. Wait. Do I want a tiny, deformed clone of Stefan Vortex? Nah, I'd probably have to feed it and walk it and stuff. Ah, darn, I thought we would take it. And then I would be immediately concerned by the prospect of examining something twice to get something. Does that mean I should have examined other things twice? Thankfully not. Alright, well, no password in there. Let's open the safe the hard way. Stefan Vortex is safe. Who knows what wonders could be inside? But it's locked with a fingerprint scanner. Well, I know what the hand is for now. Fortunately, I just happened to be carrying his hand with me. Beep! Access granted. Stefan's Idea Diary. It's a diary containing all of Stefan's latest ideas. A less than scrupulous inventor might pay a lot for this. Do I know any less than scrupulous inventors? I mean, besides Stefan Vortex? Out of curiosity, Pibby Freeb is bad at keeping secrets. Would I be able to do that? No, we can't give you the book. Maybe it's a dating gift. Stefan's Idea Diary. This book contains all of Stefan Vortex's latest ideas. It would be very valuable to the right person. I can't actually look at the ideas. I suppose if I were to date Reyna Speckle, maybe she would be interested in this. But is Reyna actually the sort of person who would steal ideas? I mean, Stefan Vortex calls her conniving. Maybe Reyna actually stole the black hole generator idea for herself. I mean, the generator inside the space station kind of looked like it. Meanwhile, cloned hand. An exact replica of one of Stefan Vortex's hands. Why just the hand, though? I don't know, do you expect your hand to get cut off when you're inventing things or something? I guess it's good to have a spare. Also shows that probably these aliens don't regenerate body parts. Well, just out of curiosity, let's actually invite Reyna on a date and see if we can give that as a gift. Don't Reyna on my parade. Just go on a date with me. There's no rain forecast this week. Oh! It was a joke. Sure, Sounds fun. We'll bring her to the donut cafe. Everyone loves donuts after all. Reyna, over here. Oh, wow. Where did you get the idea of the crusty donut as a date location? Because I love it. See? Though I do feel slightly overdressed. I really like your suit. It's smart without being over the top. You tread the formal/casual divide very well. Let's get our donuts. Let's go for it. I hope they have triple frosted strawberry. Not one of my personal favorites. I mean, I do like strawberry, but I'm personally a fan of this one kind of donut called a donutzel. It's basically a donut in the shape of a pretzel, but I'm not sure how it's made. It's a glazed donut, but there's also some other ingredient to it, like some sort of shortening or something, I'm guessing. Donuts are on me, by the way. Thanks, Squidley. You're a real gentleman, aren't you? Well, I try. Ah, delicious donuts. Let's shout down. Hey, Reyna. Are you okay? You zoned out for a second. What? Oh, sorry. I just had an epiphany about white dwarf stars. I'll write it down later. Do you ever think about the big questions in the universe? Yes. Do you always zone out like this? No, all the time. Sure, all the time. Who are we? Where do we come from? Where are we all going? Who knows? Not really the question that I think about. More like, if there's 1 trillion galaxies in the universe, what are some of the planets out there like? In a universe this big, surely there has to be other intelligent life, right? I mean, sure, we are a rare situation, but given enough galaxies, surely there's gotta be another civilization 1 billion light years away, right? Probably will never meet them, which is actually kind of sad. And how was the universe created? Is the universe a paradox? Did the universe create itself when it collapsed into a black hole? Is the universe really a case of creationism? Because there has to be some infinite source to have created the universe, unless the universe itself has to be infinite. Although, who knows? Could be both. Me too. It's like an addiction. If the universe is a book, I just have to know how it ends. I'd rather not think about how the universe ends. It's why I became a physicist to begin with. The hope that someday I can find the answers. I tried to put all my ideas down in a book once. Dark Star Physics. It didn't sell. There's probably about 6 copies in circulation on the whole moon. The rest got pulped. That's a shame. Sounds like an awful lot of work went to waste. Alright, maybe not the diary, but if we brought the book, her book, as a gift to show that we bought it, that would probably be her perfect gift. So though, let's see how this goes. It was a learning exercise, I suppose. Also, I think Vortex Inc. might have had it suppressed. It wasn't exactly complimentary of their research. And the diary is not even a gift. This was actually a lot of fun. Almost enough to make me forget about work. like you, Squidley. I hope you feel the same. Keep in touch. Let's go to her apartment. Mention the book there. The diary, that is. Squidley, I was just thinking about you. No, nothing to do with the diary. Huh. I wonder what the diary is for, then. Okay, so I've come back into the space station to see if anybody here wants that diary. Mayor Formaggio apparently has other things to say. Worst thing about being mayor is people asking you to kiss their ugly babies. Makeup is a thing. Do not put makeup on babies. Well, might as well check out some of the rest of these. Nobody here is interested in the diary. I am this town. I make this town. And they say I can't take a couple of bribes? Who do they think they are? And it seems to be random what sort of message we get. Squidley, you're the only one who gets me. The only one! Maybe that's why Mayor Formaggio ultimately gives Squidley the job of chief. If Big Mama Zod thinks she can out-criminal me, she's seriously incorrect. But please don't be a criminal mayor. You know, Squidley, I hate the voters. Fickle little weasels. They can go jump off a cliff. You know, Squidley, you've got a really weird face. Why does nobody else have those tentacle things? I know, right? Maybe Squidley is adopted. Dex Beagler could be an awfully pompous butt. Apparently he could be. But he wasn't all bad. He was complicated. Alright, so at midnight, everyone leaves. Sincere apologies, but the space station is now closing for the night. You may return in the morning if you wish, and the master allows. After sealing the diary, probably not. The way I figure, this is the only point in the game that we can acquire Stefan's diary. Because he's otherwise in his office at all times. The only time he's not is during the gala. So whatever the idea diary is for, I think it's a safe assumption that its purpose is only now unlocked. That said, being very valuable to the right person, it probably is just a way to get a bunch of cash. Okay, so ultimately I have no idea where I would want to take that diary, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. Instead, I took the time to buy that Darkstar Physics book, and we're going to go on another date with Reyna. Although at this point of the day, the donut shop is closed. So let's see what it's like going to the underworld. We'll dance the night away. Reyna! Wow, underworld. Quite the location for a date. You don't like it? No, I come here all the time. It never struck me as particularly romantic, though. And we'll skip to the end of the date, where I will give the gift. And Darkstar Physics is not a gift. Never mind then. Ah, here we are. If we bring Darkstar Physics to her at her apartment... I have a copy of your book here. Would you mind signing it for me? Oh my! You're a fan? How exciting. Of course I'll sign it. But the book... You know, it never sold many copies. I don't know why. The science is sound, I'm sure of it. Maybe because anytime anybody talks about it with you, they turn into a clone of you. I'm guessing what's going on is the game was supposed to change Reyna's graphic, but instead was programmed to change Squidley's graphic. Anyway, I think Stefan Vortex had something to do with it. My research threatens his grip on the city. If I can create a clean, infinite source of energy, then his company stands to lose a lot of money. He's definitely rich enough to suppress my book if he thought I was getting close. But my mind is drifting again. We were talking about the book. Who should I make it out to? Squidley is fine, thanks. And there you go. I was hoping the glitch would stick around. Before we end today's episode, we need to find out what is the aftermath of the space station crashing. Let's go looking around for survivors. Well, offhand, Chris Manhaven is not here. Though technically, he's not supposed to be returning to his room until midnight. Likewise with Pibby. Let me actually skip until after midnight. Okay, no, Chris Manhaven is indeed here and survived. And there's no option to talk about the crashing space station. I would assume that would be the same situation with Pibby Free as well. Yeah. So, probably going to be the case with everyone that was up there. Well, except for Stefan. Well, while looking around at least, I have now learned that Werner Strappel is at the donut place Saturday morning. Squidley, my friend, fancy seeing you here. Oh-ho! Alright, this is where we bring the diary. First things first, what are you writing? Oh, I suppose I can tell you. You are a friend. I am working on my poetry. Yeah, I know it is unusual for a logical mind such as mine to engage in such fanciful frolics. But I am an artist at heart. I got my hands on Stefan Vortex's idea journal. Thought a scientific mind like you might want it. What's it worth to you? Mein Gott! Those pages contain the very essence of genius. I must have it. I will offer you 7,000 currency. It is all the money I have. Alright. Werner, old pal, you've got a deal. Thank you, Squidley. I will remember this act of kindness when I am famous. Quick reminder that we are in a different day, therefore, since the music restarted, it restarted with Saturday's music. I wonder where Langdon is hanging out. Watching the news, people are backing Mayor Formaggio in the upcoming election, seeing him as an honest man for the job. I hope so. That is according to a poll carried out this week by reporter Pippi Freeb of Moontropolis News. The mayor has often been dogged by allegations of corruption, but the public just don't buy it. This will come as a relief to the embattled politician, who will hope it brings voters to his side. Well, no mention of the space station crashing. Maybe during the ending that'll be mentioned. FYI, Mitruziak is still in his room this whole time. How are you feeling? I'm okay. Just a congenital heart thing. Flares up every now and then. They got me on some new meds too. I should be right as rain soon. So I should be right as rain soon. How's the movie business? You know, it's a cutthroat industry. I kind of thought I was out of it. I was playing Marsman for years, then they recast the role as some kid. Threw me out on my behind. The new movie didn't do so well though, I guess, because they asked me back for the latest one. Looks like I'm on my way back to the top, baby. Good luck with that. Come to think of it, I don't know where Chais would be either. Chais is always in the space station. And the only time I've known Langdon to leave the space station is when he arrives at the Gigantoplex to get beat up by DJ. So honestly, I probably would be searching for them both pretty blindly. Maybe later I'll figure out where they are located. But for the time being, let's see what sort of ending we get out of this. I want to find out whether we want to keep the space station crashing canon. Surprisingly, there is no mention anywhere of the space station crashing. I mean, I haven't talked to every individual character in the game, but I see no indication that it's going to get mentioned, and it's not mentioned during the ending either. Well, out of curiosity, is Stefan Vortex still here to use the time machine? Yeah? I'm pretty sure he died in the crash. Well, that's a little disappointing. Though, it does mean that there doesn't seem to be any repercussions for crashing the space station. I certainly don't see any reason I would need to go back there again. Though, just real quick, I'll reload my save and see if anything is in the space station on Saturday. Squidley! What the hell are you doing here now? The job you mentioned. That offer has now expired. Get out of here. I'm done with you. And after exploring the rest of the space station, didn't really find anything of interest, so, I don't know. Maybe we will go ahead and keep the crash canon. If nothing else, maybe as we finish up this game, we'll find some sort of mention of it. I mean, there's gotta be something that happens as a result of this station crashing, right?